There's like 30 of them. I don't have my bow. Dang it. Look at all of them. Golly. Dang it. Well, I just closed out my last video and I'm literally, there's the truck right there. And 30 more pigs just dumped into the stock tank. I got the wind right. So here's where I'm starting the next video. I gotta grab my bow and I'm gonna slip down in there and see if I can pop one. Hopefully I can. There's at least 20 for sure. There's a bunch of them. Here we go. That was a big boar. I'm pretty sure just heard that hog crash. I haven't been sitting here for any longer than about 10 minutes. I actually bumped that boar on my way in. See those trees behind me? That tree line behind me is the road. And I'm sitting up on another little island that's down here in the stock tank bottom. As I was coming down from the road to get on this little island right here, I bumped that pig. I had the wind in my favor, so I didn't spook him too bad. He didn't smell me, he didn't know what I was, but he just kind of got up and walked off at a fairly quick pace. And then he ended up staying upwind of me, and then just a couple minutes later he came down to the water. We'll see how that slick trick torch did against a really nice boar. I don't know how big he is, but it looked like, since he was quartering away so hard, it looked like I got that arrow right up in there, and it looks like I got plenty of penetration. I'm pretty sure I heard him crash. Missed 3 and stuck 3 today. Earlier this afternoon, about 2:30 or 2:45, I was finishing up my last video that I started at about 11 a.m. And as I was coming back to the truck on the road behind me, I looked off down here in the stock tank, and there was about 15 or 20 more pigs that were coming down. And I got on them, and then I just flat whiffed, like 40-yard shot. I don't know what happened. I don't miss very often, but I do miss. I guess I just getting too excited. I had to really tell myself to calm down and take my time on this pig. It's been really good hunting. I've been covered up in pigs with this dog tank all day. I'm going to stay perched up in my little hidey hole, and we're going to continue to wait for more and more pigs. And I'm going to keep an eye on some of these feeders. There's been quite a few pigs coming to a feeder a couple 100 yards further down this road from me. So, and there's a bunch of corn on the ground. So I came in there and worked on the camera and the feeder, and I sprayed a bunch of corn on the ground. So if they come in, they ought to stay long enough for me to get to them. But here, before it gets completely dark, we're going to take off and go look for this boar. He looked like a really, really nice pig. I didn't get a good look at him when I bumped him. I knew that he was big as I saw his back end, but I think there's going to be some ground uppage on this one. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to wait it out about another hour and see if we can't go find him. Here comes another pig. It's right on the dot 8 o'clock, and I just heard the feeder up the way go off, and there's been pigs hitting it late in the evenings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack all my stuff up, and that big boar that I hit, he kind of ran back towards the direction of that feeder. So I'm going to take all my stuff, and we're going to ease over that way, see if we can find this boar. And in the meantime, I'm going to keep up with the cell camera on that feeder and see if maybe some pigs will come in up there. We can sling maybe one more arrow before it gets dark. Our plan is to get back in here in this spot in the morning and see if we can't stick at least one more. We'll see what happens. Wish I didn't have to leave tomorrow, but because I'd be right here again from 12 o'clock noon until 3 p.m. like I was today. This spot was covered up with them. I was surrounded in every direction in the last video. Hopefully we can find him pretty quick, and then we can check some of my spots that I've corned on the way out. But here we go. Let's get rolling. Hopefully we can find this big boar. Probably can't see it. Maybe right through there in the dead center of the screen is where the tank is. I'm probably 50-60 yards out off of the stock tank, and I haven't been able to find really any blood at all. It's really difficult. However, I did find our pig laying right through the brush in here. I thought I heard him crash. He's a jumbo, guys. Quartering away. Man, that Silence series stock archery arrow, absolute hammer. This bow at 80 pounds with the slick trick torch, unreal. What a unit of a boar. Now that's where you put an arrow when they're quartering super duper hard away. Holy cow. Freaking unit of a pig. The old slick trick torch. It looks way far back, but that's exactly where you want it when they're quartering as hard away as he was. Man. It doesn't look like the arrow came through on the other side. He's got a heck of a shield. He's a much younger boar than what I thought he was going to be. Decent teeth. Oh, look. What? No, there's no way. I don't know if that's an old infected cut, or if maybe there's no way that Broadhead did that. I don't think. That's probably a cut from fighting. Gotta be. There's the teeth on the other side. Oh, bad boar. That's the one that I bumped on my way in. It has been a totally action-packed weekend. This Matthews lift at 80 pounds with these stock archery arrows, the Silence series 4mm arrows, just continue to impress me more and more every single day. I don't have words anymore. I had a few whiffs today. It's my first time having that many screw-ups in one day in a really long time. I didn't tell you guys this, but on July 4th, so literally almost exactly a month ago, I went to film my bow review video for you guys, and I drew my lift, and I had a little pop go on in here. Don't know what happened. I can tell you that it was very painful. I shot 2 times and put it down, and I hurt terribly for at least a week and a half. I shot 1 time since then in the whole month, which is usually unlike me, just because I had pain. Whatever happened, I wanted it to rest and heal, and I think the lack of practice has caused, let's see, 3 misses for me today. The stock tank has claimed 3 of my arrows, which really sucks, but it is what it is. I lost 3 arrows, but I got 3 pigs, so I guess I can't really complain too much. If you guys are enjoying these bow hunts from the West Texas deer lease, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll keep them coming if you guys are really enjoying them. Spring and summertime hog hunting with a bow is some of my absolute most favorite things to do. It was unbelievably hot earlier this afternoon when I filmed the video that you guys just saw, but it was totally worth it, and I got one more hunt coming up in the morning. With any luck at all, I'll be able to put 1 more pig on the ground. We need to do a little broadhead assessment before we close this video out. Blades are still wicked sharp, other than I got 1 little nick in it The tip is in great shape overall. The Broadhead performed flawlessly, no bent blades. If you guys are longtime viewers and you watch my channel from 3, 4, 5 years ago, you guys know that I'm a huge slick trick fan. At least I was a huge slick trick fan, or a huge fan of their original mechanical that they came out with. I shot it for years, long time. There's no telling how many of them, those packs of, I don't remember what they call them. I don't even know if they even still make them anymore, but I shot those Broadheads for such a long time and I loved them, and they came out with this new version and I have absolutely fallen in love with it. This is I think my second pig, and for sure the biggest pig that I've taken with the torch. I could tell by the way he was running out of there that he wasn't doing too hot, so I stayed really quiet and I listened really closely, and I heard him go crash literally right here. So it worked out good, because whenever you get these deep quartering shots and you don't get a hole on each side, you don't get a pass through or something like that, a lot of times the BTs will be really difficult to follow, and sometimes you won't have any blood on the ground at all. And I kind of scanned around for about 10 minutes looking for blood. I didn't see anything. I don't think that that's a Broadhead failure or a Broadhead problem, because the first pig that I took with the torch was it was a really good blood trail. So like I said, I think it had more to do with just the angle of the shot, and for summertime these pigs have some really long thick hair on them. Now that my shoulder's feeling better, it's back to the foam. I'm going to keep and continue to sling arrows out to 80 yards, because that's some of the distances that I'm seeing here while I'm hunting out here in West Texas. And guys, let me tell you what, this is some of the most fun that you can do. I thought all weekend long I was going to be stocking up on feeders and hunting feeders, but I found this little honey hole. I did a whole bunch of scouting. I found some different stock tanks, different sizes, scattered out all across this 9,000 acres out here. Originally I wanted to key in on about 5 of them. I did probably about, I don't know, I'd say close to 5 miles of walking today, and I narrowed it down to 3 different stock tanks that I wanted to keep close tabs on. One of them had pigs, the other ones didn't, and then this one that I found is where they're all concentrated at, because they've been loaded up in here all day. I love spotting and stalking them. I love sitting over water. I love sitting in tree stands. It's all fun, and it's all a challenge, and it's all what makes bow hunting bow hunting. Thank you again, all of you who left Broadhead recommendations down in on that post that I made back last week. I have made a very nice looking list of Broadheads that needed to be tested from all of y'all's recommendations. Slick Trick Torch was one that was mentioned quite often, and then a bunch of them that y'all listed I have actually already tested, so there'll be links down in the description below. Some of those I would like to wheel back around and test again, just like how we did with the Slick Trick Torch today. It was really nice to put this Broadhead through the paces again, and on a really nice, probably 175-ish or so pound boar. He may be closer to the 200 side, I don't know, but he's for sure right around that 175 range. Good solid hog to run a stock archery silence series arrow through. And if you guys don't have stock archery arrows in your quiver, you're missing out. So far today alone I've killed 3 pigs. One super hard quartering away, one quartering 2 super hard that I shoved in right here. You guys saw that in the last video. And then just your typical broadside shot that I had about 1:30 this afternoon. I can't tell you, and I can't remember the last time I had one of these arrows break. And when the Indian's on, the arrow is too. There's never been any failure for bad flight there, unless it's just super windy conditions, or like I said, the Indian. But all in all, a heck of a fun time. Almost got my head taken off by a dove. Heck of a fun time. I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning's hunt. Hopefully we can sling a few more arrows, but in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure that you're subscribed to the channel. If you love these Broadhead testing videos, I've got a bunch of them coming. Y'all don't want to miss out on them. Hit the notifications bell so you get a notification every single time that I upload. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you in just a few days.